Good as gold. And we're live. Hello! How is everyone? Welcome to Sunday, February 27th, 2022, if you're watching in Americas, or we are Monday here in New Zealand. How's everyone doing? It says, hello girls, hi. Hola bonitos,
Hi
bonitas.
From India.
Oh, look.
Hi from
Oh,
Sri
hey.
Lanka. Hi from Taupo, New Zealand.
Nice. Florida's in the house. Cheers from Federal Way, Washington. Oh, so cool. Nice to see you guys all joining in already. Oh, we got John over from the UK. Bossman, hey. Nice to see you guys. How's everyone doing? How's everyone? What crazy times we're living in, right, guys? Oh my gosh. Every day we go to bed watching the news, waking up watching the news. Crazy. Just crazy. I'm just reading your question
From
here.
California. Lots of love from Sri Lanka. Madison, Alabama.
Okay,
Good
so
morning.
first question. This is a live Q&A, by the way. If you're brand new to our channel and you just arrived, we're Growing Up Without Borders. So we're a family of 5, 3 girls, Mom, Tyler, who's never on camera, but he's here. And yeah, we're traveling as a mission to every country in the world, which is crazy, especially during these times. And yes, we are about to hit the road and start traveling again. So this is exciting times for us. We are planning all of our exit strategies and where we're going and when and all that stuff. So it's going to be really cool. The girls are going to be continuing to do their school as we go.
Online school.
Yep, it's going to be good. So online and homeschool, mixed curriculums. So this is going to be some interesting and some challenging times for us. So, hey, from California. Another one from Sri Lanka.
Middle East.
Kumara. Yay, Alabama. Nice. So cool.
Massachusetts.
Leo, hola señoritas. Hola, ¿qué tal chico? Another one from Sri Lanka. Oh, I'm surprised all these people in Sri Lanka are still awake. I thought for sure. We thought, oh, do we do it at 7 a.m.? But we were like, that's really early for us to be like on camera. And I was like, oh, no one in Sri Lanka will be awake. But you guys are still awake over there. That's crazy.
in the morning.
1:35.
Kia ora, Morena from Sydney, Australia.
Oh, Morena. Morena means hello in Maori if you're watching from another country. So in New Zealand, they really adopt the Maori culture. It would be like in Canada if we would learn some Iroquois. I don't even know if that's the name of the language, but so we have different like Native American people that were there, and they have different, names. Like a lot of our city names in Canada are Indian names. So it's interesting because, and this is the interesting thing too. Did you guys know, I didn't know this before, but the reason why Native American Indians, so they called them Indians, is because the people, when they arrived to the Americas, they actually were confused thinking that they were in India. This is what I heard just recently, and I'm like, that's crazy. Anyway, fun
We
fact.
have people from North Carolina, Brazil, Canary Islands,
Wow.
Afghanistan, Rotorua.
Oh my gosh, all around the world, you guys. This is amazing. Thanks so much for joining in. Thanks for popping in and saying where you're watching from. This is so cool.
Seattle, Washington.
That's amazing. So, where was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the Maori here in New Zealand is very much like embrace the culture. So much so that, what did you get? Are you wearing it? Chloe got something because
I didn't buy it.
you didn't buy it. This is something you get as a gift when you're in New Zealand, and it's a gemstone. You gonna show it up close?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Oh wait, it's in focus.
No, it's not in focus.
It's trying to focus. That's it. So, okay, for anyone watching from New Zealand, maybe you can pipe up and explain to us a little bit more in the comments what it is exactly. But when you wear one of these, this is something that it's kind of like sacred for them. And I'm not sure exactly, but I think it brings you protection and stuff like that. So it's just really nice. Chloe got it as a beautiful gift. And it's something that you don't buy yourself. So yeah, you get it as a gift, which is kind of cool. Ooh, watch.
Sorry.
Are you leaving New Zealand soon? Greg is asking. Well, yes, we are. So we are leaving really soon. Yes. We are in planning stage of our exit and exactly all the details for that. So probably, potentially on our next live might be from another country.
If we go live.
if we if we go live in
We
that
might
country.
be on a plane. We never know.
It'll be weird for you to drive on the other side of the road when you arrive to a new country.
Yeah. If we start driving on the right, I'm gonna have to like start
Start paying attention to where you're going.
switching the head. Isn't that funny?
But it's still funny because whenever we cross the streets, even though you drive on the other side, we always look the wrong way when we're crossing streets or when we're walking on a walking path. Because usually when you walk the same way that people drive. So we always walk on the wrong side of the walking path and people are like confused by it. Which is funny.
I know. I always go to the right, and they're always like trying to do the same thing
And
as
then when
me.
you're crossing the road, you always look both ways instead of looking only one way because you're like,
This is how you say what you have. This necklace. So Bossman's asking, what is that? Or it's called a paunamu.
no, punamu.
Punamu, and it's a gemstone. So it's a Maori name, and yeah, they used to use it for weapons and stuff and different things. So and it's all sculpted, and they bless it before they even sculpt it, I believe. And so anyway, it's really cool. It's such a cool gift to have. And now when Chloe's traveling around the world, people will see that. And if you're from New Zealand, you'll know that she's been in New Zealand, or they might think she's even a Kiwi. Maybe.
Somebody says, next visit Ukraine.
Oh,
That's not a
We've been
very
already,
good idea.
actually. So we went in 2015, and it was beautiful. But it's crazy what's happening, eh?
the year we went to the Ukraine, we drove in from Moldova, and
We had the longest border experience.
leaving the country was the longest border experience, because you got to remember back then the Russians took over already Crimea, right? And then that was like their first kind of invasion, and it kind of just happened really fast. And then so there was a lot of conflict over in the east of Ukraine, but we went over to Lviv, which is more in the west, and we have a friend who's there right now, and it's really interesting. Actually, after our live video, I'll make sure I put a link to his YouTube channel in the video, because he's doing live updates every day. They're going down into the basements. So the basements in the Ukraine and many countries in Europe have bunkers, right? So they're going down there, they're setting up the internet, so the internet's probably set up down there, and like 3 times a day they're going down to shelter, which is really crazy. And that's kind of like their new normal, and nobody should live like that, right? No one should have to go through that. And
Someone
it's
said
really crazy.
you should come to Algeria and come
live
live
in Algeria.
Someone said, how is the corona situation where we are?
Everyone's getting COVID. It seems like a lot of people, I don't know what the case numbers are, but it's pretty high. And yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I'm just praying that somehow we like stay COVID free before we get on the plane, because
Yeah.
we just
It's
need
been
to.
horrible to be like, okay,
'Cause-
finally we're leaving. No, now we have to.
You have to
wait,
make
like,
sure you
2
don't
weeks in a
have
hotel.
you have to make sure you don't have the virus 14 days in advance. Now you'll go and get tested, and it'll be like, you can't come on our plane, and that sucks.
I think good thing about it is mostly to leave the country. I don't think certain countries are stopping the mandate to get it when you come in, which is good.
Like the PCR tests.
So as long as you leave, okay, then you're fine.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to shout out to our TikTok account, because we're doing a live on TikTok at the same time.
You're
Yeah.
the single person
Hey.
who's doing.
So this is something new that TikTok's doing. So we're like, let's just try it out. And you have to do 1 hour live on your TikTok account to be able to access it again. So if you want to check out our TikTok account, you can go to growingupwithoutborders/TikTok. And you can go see there. The girls have fun with it. I have fun with it sometimes. And
Someone
yeah,
said, I hope everything gets better. That way you can keep traveling around the world.
yeah.
The
Like,
COVID
we'll still go.
situations.
We're gonna go, and yeah, if
Somebody
something
said-
happens, we'll just get right
Somebody
out there.
said, what happened to our Instagram account? Well, Instagram sort of put it on hold, and they're not letting us have it back, and we keep messaging them.
Well,
but
it's not
they're-
like they're not letting us. We haven't received one single response yet. And as of yesterday, I just resubmitted again. So the way it works is you go to their account and you say, your account's been taken down. And then they send you an email and they're like, send us a picture with this code and your username and stuff. I send them our domain name registration, but then I never get a response. So it's all automated, and I just need like a physical person to review it so they can get us back up. It's so weird.
There we go. Now we got TikTok.
He's on YouTube and he's watching both.
Hey, now you can see us on 2 devices. So funny. Except for Angelique, you're not in it. You're not in the screen. So when you're talking, there's Angelique. There we
Oh,
go.
we've got another person coming in. Oh, this is great.
So we started Discord as well. So we've got all these things going on. So it's
We've
really
got
funny.
Discord, Facebook.
Like our Instagram account going down actually pushed us to like post more on our community tab on YouTube, pushed us to do a Facebook group, and now we have like Discord and Facebook group and all these other things. So it's kind of, I don't know, you got to look at everything turns out for the good, and like everything that happens bad is for the good and whatever.
Yeah.
We'll get it back up though.
Someone asked, are we coming back to Sri Lanka? Probably one day, because we love it there, but who knows when.
We have people from Africa. John says we need to get all of our followers to Twitter, Storm, Instagram.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Everyone,
their
yeah,
account.
anyone who uses Twitter, go storm Instagram and tell them we need our account back up. Yes.
Somebody says, are you visiting the Amazon forest?
Ooh,
That'd be fun.
Well, it's not in the plans right now, but
who knows?
who knows? Yeah.
What do you think of your last country? Mine will be Seychelles.
Ooh.
Ooh,
We're thinking maybe we
Seychelles.
should do islands for like some islands, like the
a nice
Caribbean.
and easy one where, yeah.
It'd be really cool to, finish off with easy countries. And when we were in Turkey back in whenever, maybe it was 2014 or something like that, and we met this couple, and they were traveling around the world on motorbikes. And it was really cool. She was Canadian. She was German. He was Canadian. That's what it was. And they were like, yeah, this is the advice we got. Always do all the hard countries first, and then that way all the easy countries come after. And we were like, yeah, that sounds great. And we didn't really do it that way. Now we're like, that would have been a really good idea, although we still have a lot of easy countries to come. Yeah. What about Congo? Yes, we will be going to Congo. We've got 44 African countries to go to. Yeah.
That would be
43?
fun.
43 maybe. Yeah, so it's going to be cool. And we all speak French, so a lot of the countries there will be able to communicate. Yes, so it's going to be really cool. If we go back to Sri Lanka, try visiting. I'm not going to try and say this word. Okay, I will. Anuradhapura. And Nuwara Eliya we went through in Sri Lanka, and it's a beautiful area, but we literally just stopped and took the train and then went over to Ella. But it's definitely a place we want to come back to. We want to go back to Sri Lanka, and we want to come see more of the different places. And yes, so eventually we'll come back there as well. Visit Pan American Highway. Oh, I've never seen it.
Is that in America or Panama? Because Pan America sounds like the airline, doesn't it?
Tell us, enlighten us. What is that highway? Where does it go from? From where to where? I got a lot of questions. Okay, Legendary Plays. Shoot, let us know your questions, and we will try and answer as much as we can. And the Seychelles is nice. Yeah, I mean, the Seychelles sounds like you stayed at a really nice resort. Constance. I wonder if the people are from the Constance, like Lake Constance area.
What's your famous vehicle?
What's your
favorite vehicle? Ooh.
Like if we had our dream car?
What's your favorite vehicle?
It depends. If you're like with a family, it'd be cool for like a minivan, especially in America. Well, if we're like, let's say we're in America right now, a minivan because you can get like DVDs, especially when you're younger. Okay?
I want Tesla.
A Tesla.
I
Good job,
personally,
Chloe.
for myself, would want like a Jeep, kind of like Jeep, yeah.
Julia's saying practicality. That's really cute. Let's see. Yeah. Tesla sounds cool. Why not? Go all out.
Self-driving.
Self-driving car.
And it's good for the environment, so.
Yeah. What will be one memory you take away from your time in New Zealand that will endear to you?
All the
that's
friends
endear
we've
to you?
met, all the experiences, all the homes.
We stayed in a lot of
What's
homes.
one memory, though? If you chose only one memory, you can only choose one memory, what would it be?
Conversations
Conversations?
with people.
Isn't it true when you're traveling, it's always about the people you meet that make the
It
experiences.
makes your environment totally different.
Yeah, there'd be too many for me, I think, to say.
Yeah, but one of my top ones is conversations
Conversations. There you go.
with people I've met.
That was a good, deep question.
Legendary Plays is asking, what's our favorite color? Wait, I lost the question.
What's your favorite colors?
Blues, all blues.
All pinks and purples.
I'm not wearing blue today, but yeah.
I think purple, blue,
We're opposite right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, what about a Bugatti? What about a Bugatti car? Woo! Yeah, like a nice. I don't know. It'd be really cool to drive a really nice sports car through the Alps. You know,
You
up
guys
the
might be
mountains.
A
looking at.
Ferrari.
wait,
Imagine
actually-
a red Ferrari on the white snow-covered mountains. How cool that
You guys
is.
might think it's like where we are is really cold because technically it does. It's like 7 degrees in the morning, but then it warms up to like 23 and it's like shorts and swimming weather. It's really weird.
Yeah, it goes cold, warm, cold, warm. Yeah.
Swimming weather, you
later
came
today will be,
back
like
home.
summer.
Hey Tom, thanks for saying that. I'm amazing and brave. Yeah, I wish I was. We just go, you go with the flow. And when you take a step forward, anytime you're in fear, like we have fear to go to certain countries, to be 100% honest. And then when you get there, there are zones that like, hey, you just don't go, right? But then when you usually get to countries, the very first thing you realize is that there's families, there's other moms, there's other people going to school and doing their normal life. Everyone's living life as normal as possible, and then it's just more or less normal. You know what I mean? So of course, like you take Ukraine right now, like yeah, it's not normal, but so I don't know if I'd say I'm brave, but you just go with the flow and kind of works out. So.
You just gotta. I think of it as like when you're jumping off a diving board, you just gotta jump in it because if you just walk in, you might like chintz it out. You gotta
Where's
fall in.
someone's asking? Where's the beach where they filmed? Well, you probably know where the beach is, where they filmed Solar Power from Lord. Where was that beach? Is it up north? Where's the beach? Any New
which
Zealanders
movie?
watching the music video Solar Power
Lord.
from Lord? Remember that brand new song that just came out?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, you guys never watched it? The video? She's on a beach, like kind of dancing stuff. Anyway,
Next world. Can you all drive? My mom can drive. My dad can drive.
the two girls could technically go
We
get a
both
license.
have age where
Well-
we can, but we just can't.
We
we
can't
can't
hear.
get it here.
Because we're not with we're tourists here. So with the tourist visa, you can't really do much. Like you can't get a phone plan, you can't go get your driver's license. So even though we've been here, and Julia could technically be driving right now.
Yeah, it's funny because everything. For example, now I'm of age, but Angelique is as well. Like if I want to like go to university, technically Angelique can as well. You know what I mean? So we're like both gonna be like.
That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have two girls leave the house all at once.
Leave Chloe behind.
That's okay. Chloe and I'll go have fun.
Okay, Helen's asking, what's our favorite movie?
Wait. When the girls leave, it'll be a party. Because the girls always sleep at, like 9 at night.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't
right.
like the party.
Oh, you're
so-
right. You're so full of it.
We gotta sleep later than you.
I'm just joking.
Which of you think has changed the most during the 2 years here in New Zealand?
Chloe has grown.
Chloe has become like a teenager.
Yeah, she's a teenager now.
On her phone, taking snaps.
Listening to music in her
Just
own
joking.
world.
No, but I don't think we've changed too much.
Why is that a bad thing to listen to music?
Well, because you're like a teenager when you do it. You're like in your own
I'm
little
just
world.
listening to music.
Big headphone. Oh, Angelique's become a gamer.
Yeah, and she literally spends 10 hours a day.
Oh, come on.
Julia's become influencer blogger. She's like, I'm Anna Delvey. Look at me.
You're so funny. She's the one who can imitate Anna Delvey.
Yeah,
Anna
dude,
Delvey
I-
is some
She can
crazy
imitate
person.
anyone.
Oh, if you've seen the Inventing on Netflix, it's crazy what she's done.
She's a crazy
We should even no
person.
one should even promote it. That's
Yeah,
not like it
no.
shouldn't even be promoted. It's so weird because then it just gives her more glory of what she wants. But anyway, we're just kind of half joking, you guys. The girls are really good girls. I've got
Yes.
great kids, but yeah, they're
We
teenagers.
totally
they're normal
don't sneak
teenagers.
out at like 2 a.m.
No. Morning from Rotorua. It's getting colder where you are. Yes. We're down in Queenstown right now, guys. So it's beautiful. But yeah, the mornings are cold. The evenings are cold. That's why we're dressed like this,
And
Yeah.
I'll get warm.
Is India still in the plans? Absolutely. Yes. So that's on the list for today. I am going through everything India.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. And like planning out. So this is it, guys. We're in like major planning phase.
Yes.
And would you believe it? There's a lady here in New Zealand that we were able to meet with, and she does tours to India. So she knows, she's from India. She's lived here. She owned restaurants here and like just anyway, very well connected. And it just so happened that her son joined our Facebook group and posted her phone number and said, you need to call my mom. And then Tyler's like, yeah, call her. And I'm like, okay, I'll call her tomorrow. Then the following day we go to the grocery store and there was a whole article about the same lady. I was like, okay, I definitely need to call her. So we called her, we went to her house. She showed us all her photos and told us all about India. And it was amazing. So hopefully, because they leave to go to India right now, actually, which is so cool. This week, yeah, they're like leaving. So we're going to meet with them one more time, get more insight and feedback and stuff like that. So it's super, super exciting. Yes. All right.
Can I say this one? Leo Gomez is asking if we had ever an opportunity to film a movie.
If we have had an opportunity?
Well, we almost went to that film camp.
Oh, yeah.
Which we could have filmed like a trailer for a movie.
We were on a TV show. We've been in a couple TV shows, which is cool. But it's not like, it was more like a documentary. Yeah, it was still on TV. It was cool. Like we were one in Germany for Digital Nomads, and then we were in Germany. Oh no, then we were in Strasbourg, and somebody stopped us at a market, and they said they saw us on the German TV thing. So that was cool. And then we were in BBC Travel. So that's the closest we've been to being in like a somewhat TV.
Wants to know what's our favorite movie.
That's Helen.
What's our favorite movie?
I like anything comedy, romance, adventure, action.
Yeah. I like if we have a favorite movie. It's more like a favorite genre.
Genre? What's your genre? I like the Jason Bourne kind of like series, like those kind of movies.
Like spy movies.
Where they're like traveling around the world and there's chasing and like, stuff like that.
I like all sorts. I'm not a fan of horror, but I do love like the Mamma Mia series.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good movies.
Yeah, we're like into girly movies,
Rom-coms.
Big times.
Someone said you should visit Wakanda in Africa. Just kidding. Wakanda.
We feel like we visited there the other day in New Zealand because there's these waterfalls. We went in the Catlands and they looked kind of like the platform where they go and fight. It was really cool.
It looked kind of, something like that. It reminded us of it. Anyway, it was really cool. Not as grandissimo and big, but yeah.
Someone's...
Go ahead.
Have you gotten sick from the change of climates, food, or water?
In the past, oh yes. Oh yeah, that's part of travel. We were in Bolivia, in La Paz, for a hotel for one whole week.
That was because of food poisoning, but we spent the whole entire week not eating at this hotel. Because it was a bit pricey, it's
it was
a resort.
Super resort expensive.
But the one night we decided to splurge the entire hotel.
The very last night, we go, let's go all out. Let's do the whole buffet, blah, blah, blah. And we did, and we all were so sick from it. It was awful. So many people at the hotel, too. Anyway, it was bad. And then we couldn't move. We were supposed to be going to Lake Titicaca, and we got stuck in La Paz in a hotel.
And at 4,000 meters high.
Sick. And then it happened again in Malawi, so...
It happens.
It's horrible.
Happens. Those are those lovely memory times that you just go...
I love them, right?
Like in Malawi, we literally crawled to a hospital, and we were like...
Oh, God.
It was so bad. We got medicine, and then we got better.
Someone said...
And the girls still don't eat eggs to this day. Who doesn't eat eggs? They eat eggs, but they don't love eggs because of that.
I like eggs.
I don't eat certain eggs. Like, I can't eat certain...
Hotel eggs
style
make them
eggs.
Soggy and
like scrambled soggy eggs, but it reminds them of those
they
times.
Had, like... Someone said, my 10-year-old daughter said, Chloe is right. Music is music, and it's good to listen to.
Yes, we agree. Chloe's musical, so she's always singing and playing.
But it's like one thing, you can play music for everyone, but instead nowadays she has it on her headphones,
Yeah, you used to really, like, play, like,
you
DJ
used to
for
always
us.
stop me every 2 minutes, like, Chloe, turn it down. So
Okay.
then it got easier to just listen to it.
So, someone said, let me find it. Legendary Plays is asking, what's our favorite food?
Indian Thai curry. No, wait, what? Indian, Thai, and Mexican are my favorite food countries.
I'd have to agree. And then I really like the food in Europe, just in general as well.
Like Europe,
the French.
And I really like the Polish food, to be honest. Like especially on a day like today when it feels a little bit cold, like that comfort food.
Like the grandma's Polish restaurant?
Like pierogies, and like they had like the beet
Dumplings,
soups and stuff like that.
I like America for Mex-Tex.
Me too. Maldives, it's beautiful.
What if it's
Maldives,
three sisters and one brother? Funny story. We have adopted a brother once.
Yes.
But a short time.
Yeah.
But he was with us like a lot. It was
Now
really
we
fun.
have a friend. We've had a friend here in New Zealand for a while. He's become like a close brother almost. And if you ever seen like Little Woman, there's always like the 4 girls and then the 1 guy friend. That's kind of like us. We've got the friend and the boy.
John says perhaps we could create an FAQ for all the questions that are asked every live.
Are you getting sick and tired of hearing the same things? All right, let's try and fill you in with something like that we've never shared before. What is something we've never ever shared on a live
Did you know there's 2 ways to play Monopoly Deal?
Last night we found out.
Did you
It
guys...
was so confusing.
First of all, who's played Monopoly Deal? Do you know what it is? It's Monopoly, but you don't play on a board game. You play with cards.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long. Like a board game of Monopoly can take hours. A card game is fast, right? So we learned to play from these 2 guys from the Netherlands in Malawi, Africa. And
they gave it to us.
They gifted us. It was like this amazing card game that they gifted to us because somebody gifted it to them.
It was,
And we've been playing ever since. And we've been playing, I don't know if it's originated from the Netherlands, but the cards were in Dutch and French, yeah? Was it French and Dutch? Yeah. So maybe it was made in Belgium. But anyway, so we had these cards and we learned the real way. Last night, we go to this couple's house over in Arrowtown and they play Monopoly Deal completely different with different rules. And we were like, what? This is not the real Monopoly Deal.
It was so confusing.
But it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Yeah. Make up your own rules. That's what they did. Because our rules are the right rules, right, girls?
Well, if it's your rules that you've accustomed to, then they're the right rules. If they're not, then it's like, those are the wrong rules.
Yeah,
Why
it
would
felt
play
like that. I know, that's what it's like, hey, what?
Someone said next place you go, you should find and watch an old movie and recreate a famous scene from the movie.
Okay, we could do that. We like doing things like that.
Are the girls still afraid of monkeys? Yes.
You afraid of monkeys?
Not as much.
Would you go up to one?
I think I'm not as afraid because I feel like I'm much bigger and taller than them.
Oh.
That could be a reason, but
Yeah, you just
I think when I was little, I was like more afraid because they seemed like a massive.
So let's think of one story that we've never shared with anyone on YouTube before. That would be interesting. What?
The legendary plays just asked, do you guys believe in ghosts?
Okay, what's your
He
funny
does.
story?
What about your mom?
I'm not going to tell that story. No.
That'd be a different story, though.
Yeah. Okay, let's think of something else. A
I
story.
love your family.
Let's think of a travel story we've never told you guys. Help us out here. It would have to be a country because we went to 80 countries before we started our YouTube channel, so we had already traveled quite a bit. And then we started traveling.
Someone said,
started
"What do
YouTube.
you dread most about traveling? Like you don't like."
dread, like you don't want.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that we can't bring a lot of stuff.
That's what
and
I was
then we
gonna
have
say.
to give away a lot of stuff because it doesn't fit in our suitcases.
I'm like-
and then the suitcases are small that we break them.
I dislike.
Because you overload them?
I'm just thinking, in a car you could jam things in, but when you go on a plane, there's no place. You can't bring a box with you and put it underneath your seat. You can't do that. Or you can't bring extra shoes in an extra bag. You know what I mean?
We
So
have
you
to
gotta,
we give a lot of stuff, because we've been here so long, we've accumulated more than normal. So what we'll end up doing is before we leave, we're just going to donate it all back. And, careful, Clay. We'll donate it all back and then, give it away. And so, including maybe books we will store some books. We have Auntie Jenny, our adopted Auntie Jenny here in New Zealand for the girls. She's going to store and has been storing their books and stuff. But
know, a series I've been reading recently is the Seven Sisters series, and it's really cool because you learn a lot because it kind of travels around the world. So not all of it's true, but it's still interesting.
Yes. Somebody asked way long ago what time is it in New Zealand. It's 9:30 a.m. in case you're still wondering. That was a long time ago. I'm still trying to think of my question.
Someone said, if you get a chance to go up in space, would you take it?
Yes.
I usually would.
You would?
I wouldn't go. I would have a bit of maybe claustrophobia and a bit of a fear there of oxygen.
C'est quoi des épisodes à la Vegas? À Las Vegas? Someone's saying, can you do episodes Las Vegas style? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure.
Las Vegas.
What I dread most about traveling, to go back to that question, is probably the fact that we move and we move and we move and we move. And it's a lot of planning out. And so when you're in the midst of it, I I feel like I don't have enough time to do everything I need to do. So I have a lot of stuff that I manage, and I just feel like the time kind of shrinks because you're traveling, you're sightseeing, you're wanting to do this, you're wanting to do that, and then all of a sudden you just don't have enough time to get it all in and get it all done. And then you have to plan for the next one. So it's just like, it's like a go, 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 and you need that relaxation in between, and we just sometimes, a lot of times, don't get enough of that. So that's what I dread the most. And we've been in like such a chillax mode here in New Zealand that I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to go full speed ahead. So yes.
Do you dread anything?
I sometimes dread like the home environment, but usually like when you're traveling, you don't have friends. You don't have a community. That's probably what I miss. I miss community, food, and sometimes the language, because some places you go, you can't hardly communicate, and others you can. Like New Zealand, it's been great because English.
Yeah.
Country.
Yeah, and like, so making friends in a country where you can't speak is a little bit challenging, right?
Helen asked if we like movies from the 50s to the 80s.
Yeah, like we like movies that are made as if they were back in those days. Absolutely, we love those.
Yeah, especially
50s.
Spanish series.
John say, remind Chloe about the leeches. That was so funny. She didn't like those leeches, did you?
Inula okay, I don't even know how to say that properly. How many languages can you speak?
2.5.
Yep.
2.5. French, English, fully, and a bit of, what are you
She's
doing?
learning German.
And a bit of
I'm
Spanish.
learning Dutch.
I'm searching the. Angelique reminds me of Lady Sybil from Downton Abbey. It's this lady.
Oh yeah, she kind of does a littleit.
This lady.
The way you're searching for.
I know, you were like, she was like hiding. Like, what is she up to?
How many countries left to visit?
100.
Oh my gosh. Do you watch Mr. Bean movies? Yes.
Ooh.
When we're
Yes.
extremely bored and we just want to have a laugh, we watch them. They're really funny.
Next world saying in Sri Lanka it's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, get to bed. How are you going to wake up in the morning?
Lisas,
Aw.
what about traveling to Antarctica?
We all cry rivers when you leave New Zealand. Are you going to be happy? Oh, that's a really good question. I'll tell you about that in a sec. I just interrupted you, though.
What about traveling to Antarctica? Are you keen?
Yes, absolutely. I want to do a cruise there.
It'd be so cool.
See penguins and whales and...
So here's the thing.
Bears.
Back to this question here. Whooping Willow. Tyler was saying, oh, what do you think we're going to miss when we leave New Zealand? I'm like, I don't know that we're going to have time to miss, because when you're moving and you're going to something new, it's like fresh and new, and then you're like always like new, that you don't really reminisce. It's like if we were going to one spot and we were staying in that one spot, then we would be missing things, you know? But because we're going to be on the go a little bit.
True, but
I don't think-
when you go to certain countries, they'll be like, oh, I missed this, or I missed it.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I think as well certain people's personality types, like you and Dad, are less maybe attached to people compared to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The girls made a lot of friends here, right? So, but we will be coming back. So we applied for visas, and we are almost at the end of our visa application, where we've been going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And so hopefully this year we're going to have the news about that. So this should be good. Having school friends has been kind of a new thing for you girls. Yes, you guys will miss them for sure. 100%.
Ralph French is saying, allez à Las Vegas et faire des vidéos là-bas. He wants us to make videos in Las Vegas.
To make videos in Las Vegas.
Oui, peut-être un jour.
Peut-être. Nous sommes allés déjà une fois à Vegas, mais non, Julia elle avait que 1 an.
Ah, c'est vrai?
Oui. Puis voilà, we did go to Vegas when Julia was 1 year old. That's what I just said. So, but before YouTube. Yeah, it's a crazy city, eh? Dubai is kind of similar with the light show and stuff like that. If you've seen our videos on Dubai. It's definitely, it's not the same. But I think like the light show with the water fountains and stuff like that.
I think I need to stop the TikTok live.
Oh,
Because my phone's gonna die.
cool. Just stop it. You can.
So anyway, bye.
Cool. That was fun. We just did it just to have fun with it and to try and build up the minutes on it and whatever. So anyway, that is about the necklace. Oh, I'm missing something here. This is about the necklace. Oh, cool. She's going to share something. Thank you. I'm going to read this here. represents strength. So we're talking about Chloe's necklace that she just received as a gift. So it represents strength because of the distant association with the tribal chief and increased life force of the Toki Putang. Say it.
Putangata.
Pukandata. Cool. See that? So that's what it represents. And yeah, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Lucky you're not traveling in Canada these days. Yeah, we'd like to be in Canada soon, actually. It'd be really cool. But yeah, we'll see how our plans go for 2022. What's our favorite place in India? We have not been to India yet,
No.
so we are just planning our trip right now. We're going to be in Kerala for a couple weeks, which is gorgeous. So for those of you who don't know India, that's on the west, kind of south side below Goa, which is also very beautiful. We would like to see Goa as well. And then today we're planning and finalizing the actual spots we want to get to. We're going to be also up north near the Pakistan and the border. And we're going to be going into Pakistan as well. So yeah, we're just planning all those little details out. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a fun trip, a crazy trip, and looking forward to it.
When did you leave Sri Lanka? So we were there January 2020, and we left February 1st to go to Thailand and then Cambodia. So those videos will be out
Soon.
soon.
Real soon. Yep, soon-ish. Very soon. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to share Thailand videos. They were a lot of fun and just amazing. We had such a great time, so it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm missing chats of... Let me see. Ooh, what about South Korea? Yeah. I mean, so we have 97 countries left to go, you guys. So a lot of those countries are African countries. All the stands, Japan.
It'll be sad if Ukraine... Well, Ukraine would probably be... If it doesn't become a country, that's one less, which is pretty sad.
It'll remain its own country, I think.
Hopefully.
Somebody's sleepy. Yeah, we had a busy week, eh, Chloe? Somebody's sleepy. What's your
Yesterday
favorite city in Germany?
We've been to Germany many times, but never like to Berlin or any of those.
We went through Berlin in
Have we?
2000. Yeah, just drove through. I think, around that area. Favorite city in Germany? Whew, we haven't like really discovered too many like.
Nuremberg?
Yeah.
What's that place?
I'm gonna say Roost because of Europa Park.
True.
Which is funny. No, that's just a theme park there, but it is really fun.
It
is
is
a
an
cool theme
amazing
park.
theme park.
And it's a cute little town. And my
They
friend
were
lives
saying
there.
it's an
So.
amazing and really cool theme park because we haven't been to one in like 2-3 years.
Shane's asking, do we recommend to move to the United States if you could move anywhere in the United States and why? So do you recommend going to move there?
I've thought about it sometimes. I mean, America's nice. You get everything you want, really. Like, there's abundance of selection.
Mm-hmm.
Texas is quite nice. I feel like maybe Tennessee, North Carolina, that would be nice spots to live.
Yeah, that's beautiful, eh?
Florida is nice, but it's just very touristy. No?
Florida? Yeah.
Old, like, retirees kind of go there.
All the
But
snowbirds.
we lived there for a while, so it's a beautiful place.
Florida's awesome because it's a
Yes,
sunshine
everything.
state, so you always have sun. But some people don't like it. Some people don't like the heat. Really depends on what you want, what you're looking for,
But
and
if you like attractions and stuff.
yeah, like it really depends on what you're looking for. Like if you're in Florida, and if you're around Orlando, I mean, it's like the entertainment center of the world. There's just everything there. You can do so many activities. You're an hour away from the beach. You've got gorgeous beaches on the
Yes.
West Coast.
You got the Siesta Keys, where you get key lime pie,
Yeah.
you get orange juice.
And like
from
you can eat
Florida.
out every day of the week if you want. There's so many restaurants and
Florida is really cool.
it's crazy. But then again, if you want like mountains, there's like the Blue Smoky, whatever
And in
mountains,
Florida,
forget
you
what
get
they're called.
Publix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like it just depends. I mean, the United States is so massive, so huge that you go to
You
different
get
areas, it's
everything.
different, right? So, yeah. Oh, you meant 2020? I thought so recently. Yeah, we were in Sri Lanka, back to Sri Lanka question. That was like January 2020. That's why you don't see the masks that people were wearing and
Someone
stuff like
said-
that, because it was just kind of creeping in.
Yeah. Do you want to go to college?
Yes. I'm planning to go to a hotel management school.
Next world saying Xbox or PlayStation. I don't know, man. We don't
Xbox.
play games. You play games? You've played games?
I've played before.
You've played before Xbox.
PlayStation.
What about the Wii? Is that not a thing anymore?
No, it's Nintendo.
No, it's
Wii's no
Nintendo
longer
Switch.
being sold.
Oh, Nintendo Switch.
It's closed.
Oh, okay. No, we have not been to Garmisch, Germany. We have not. Is it worth going? You can look it up. I've not even heard of that place. So come to Kuwait. We will. I was in Germany for 6 years. I visit Germany as much as possible. Cool. Yeah, it's neat, eh? North Carolina, pretty country. We have mountains and the beach. Absolutely. It's beautiful. We really, really enjoy it.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks was filmed there. Yeah. North Carolina is hilarious. Like South Carolina, I should say. Like the accent. I think it's quite a funny accent. Can't even like try and say, like talk
Someone
like them, but it's
said,
funny.
I would like to travel to Israel and tour the Holy Land, learn a bit about the history, enjoy food. Maybe that's something you could do.
Yes, I would love to.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to go. It's interesting. Last night where we were, the guy, his very first trip outside of the UK was to Israel when he was a backpacker, like in the 80s or something.
18 years old.
At 8, yeah, it was really cool stories, eh? Yeah, we'll definitely get there.
Someone said, favorite place in Sri Lanka.
I love the scenery in Ella. I loved Gamadua. Kandy was really cool. And I love the beaches. So I don't know. Too much. How about you
Someone
girls?
says, they're all really beautiful
Yeah.
places in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite?
Nah, I think overall the whole country was amazing.
Someone said Victoria Falls video was great. How is it compared to Niagara Falls? Looks like it's more magical.
Niagara Falls is like developed touristically
Yes.
much more so than Victoria Falls, and
Victoria Falls is much bigger.
Yes, and you're surrounded by like nature, if you will. Niagara Falls, you're in the city of like, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's very much
developed it.
developed. Yeah.
Someone said, when I go on holiday, I like to go somewhere where there's pools, food buffets, and good-looking hotel rooms.
Comfy beds, good pillows.
Sounds like a good way to travel.
Do you ever miss going to a real school, like going
To an actual school.
Do you miss
Some-
school?
Sometimes I'd like to go back for the experience, like having your friends around. That's the environment that you're in is nice compared to like when you're alone. We're not exactly alone, but it's kind of isolated.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go
100%.
to high school. But you know what's great is we're doing right now Crimson Global Academy, which has basically it's all on Zoom. So you have a teacher with classmates, so that gives us that experience because you see your students every day. Like I'm with kids 5 times a week. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you get to know them, you become good friends, and it's just like a classroom experience but online.
I live over 120 miles from Disney World, but we don't go anymore.
Aww.
I don't blame you. Like, I mean, unless you've got seasons passes. When you
Yeah,
live
it's
in
expensive.
an area, you could get season passes and then it becomes affordable. But if you're like paying for a family of 5, it's so expensive to go to Disneyland right now. It's crazy, right? So, plus if you don't have little ones, it's like, yeah. So
Someone said, if you could have a time machine, what year would you go to? I would go to
for me
far ahead in the future to see what the future looks like, because we know what our past look like. We know history, but we don't know our future.
True. I've always wanted to try going to 1800s. The 1900s more, I mean.
And
So like
then-
the old days.
Someone said, would you visit Palestine?
yes, John, we will go there.
Ashik, what time period would you like to go back to or to the future?
Probably to the 50s, 60s, just for the outfits.
Yeah.
But then
Bradley,
to the Wild West times.
Bradley's asking a really good question. Do we ever have concerns over the governments around the world, or do we not let it affect our travel? Very much so. Like certain countries, like we went to the country, I'm going to use Nicaragua because it's such a perfect example. At the time when we went, they were like protesting. It started in the universities and the students were protesting. And the government was watching them peacefully protest. And then all of a sudden the government went crazy and they literally take everyone out, like shoot them. It's like crazy. And so we were scared because literally like months before we went, there was so many riots and not riots, but that's the wrong word, protests. And it was just a really scary time. And so we thought, right, we'll just like drive through the country really fast, say we've been there, experience like a night or two, and then keep going. And I was like literally really scared about it. But then when we got there, it was like kind of dimmed down. And it's funny because when you see something in the news, you think that that's happening all the time and that it's still going on. But it was over in a sense. It wasn't over at all. I shouldn't say that. But it was like calmed down. So there was no, barricaded roads. There was no like people getting shot and stuff like that. And then we stayed outside of a major city center where it was very calm. And so that's a perfect example of where the government, it was like really scary, but as a tourist, like as long as they're not some kind of crazy outbreak going on, you're usually okay. So.
Okay, I love this. Nula said, talk to Elon Musk. He surely send you guys to Mars so we can see Mars through your eyes. Also love from Sri Lanka.
That's hilarious. Yeah, he started like Starlinks, right, to help all the people in Ukraine, which is really cool, and providing internet to everyone.
Legendary asked, have you watched Doctor Who? If so, what session or series are you on? We have never seen that, actually.
I have watched like the first season and then I stopped because it was taken off Netflix and everything, so it was hard to watch because we don't have any other things other than
But apparently like, it's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be wrapping up real soon. Let's see what else we have. Where are you now? We are in the country of New Zealand. We're in Queenstown.
Do you watch Eurovision? We don't watch Eurovision, but we've seen the Eurovision movie all about it, which was really funny.
Well, we watched.
Well, we know some of the songs from it.
We know the songs.
Yeah. It's hilarious. We
Actually,
enjoy it.
that's true. Okay, so we do watch Eurovision, but not like the actual competition. But there's these people from Iceland called, I don't know, but they have the song Think About Things. We love that song.
All right, really fast. Quick question. Who's the oldest, youngest, not including mom?
18.
16.
13, 14 next week.
Woo! Chloe's turning 14. So exciting. Youngest person to ever visit every country. Yeah. Alexi Limitless was 22 and she finished. Yeah, I mean, if we start moving, Chloe will be technically the new world record. But to get a world record, based on what I saw Lexi explain, it's really hard.
It is.
You have to have, like, we wouldn't even have, for example, when we were in the Ukraine, you have to have, I think, like, public transportation receipt, different things that like we would not have those things because
we have a lot of receipts though from travels. Like my dad collects papers.
Yeah, but like I scan them, but I wouldn't have like
we have a
bus
passport
tickets.
stamp, and that would count. No,
but you need more than just that. I think you need more. Anyway, it was really hard for her to do it. So like, just like, would it be worth it? I don't know. I don't think so.
We could try.
Just to like set the world record to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I mean, you could just know that you've done it, but
our viewers would know we've done it.
There you go. Yeah. What's our next destination? Woohoo! It's gonna be the UAE.
You'll see soon.
It's not a surprise, but yeah, we'll be going to India and to Pakistan and to many countries. There you go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, you asked a few times. How many experiences have you had? What is the most significant lessons you've learned? Most significant lessons I've learned, how about you guys, would be probably not to judge a culture based on preconceived notions of those countries and thinking this is the way it is until you go there and you meet the people. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned, because somehow we get programmed to think certain ways, whether it's movies we watch, whether it's just our upbringing, news, all those things. And you've got this like idea of what something is, and then you go there and you're like, oh, it's much different than what I thought, So I think that's the biggest thing. So always keep an open mind and not be in fear, because the world is a better place than we think. There you go. That's what I've learned. You girls, anything? Like when you've traveled, what's something that you've learned along the way?
Well, you just appreciate things more, like when you see different cultures and how they actually live, you're like, whoa.
So you appreciate your life more?
Well, certain things, yeah.
Like, yeah, I agree. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's, you see the way certain things are done in other countries and you're like, wow, we've got it really good, and then you kind of have also, I don't know if this is something learned, but you end up having compassion for other cultures and you're like, wow, like it's not fair.
And you just learn to live on the road. Like most people would be like, how in the world do you do it? How do you keep moving? But it's just like something we've grown up with, So
speaking of, I am launching tomorrow my series of how to work online and travel the world with your kids. Yeah. And in that video series, I talk about jobs that you can do to be a digital nomad. I talk about how we navigate airports. And this is all from our perspective and how we do it. It's not maybe the best way for you guys, but it's how we do it because we're full-time travelers, how we're traveling and how we do it, what we pack, digital nomad visas around the world. I talk about, navigating a city,
our school
systems. Like there's a whole series of videos and lots of great information. So that's coming out this week. So it's going to be really cool. So be sure you watch those.
If you visit India, will you visit the south part, especially Tamil Nadu? I don't know where that is.
I don't think we'll make it over there. That's closer to Sri Lanka, like on that side. We're going to be going to Kerala for sure. So just for your personal memories, you should photograph all tickets, passes, receipts. Oh. By the way, you're Canadian, you're British, English, or American English. Ooh.
Well, we can do a bit of both.
I always think it's funny when people say British English because to me it's just like English. But I guess there's like accents. So the accents. Chloe sounds like a British person from England sometimes.
I can
but
do different accents. So
yes.
Easy.
But we're more Canadian, right? You guys could probably tell. We've lived in Florida for on and off for many years, so we take on and then we lived in Europe. So you take on different accents based on where you live. Yeah. All right, Angelique's heading out. You gonna say bye at least?
Bye.
I think we're gonna wrap it up, you guys. But let's see. One more last thing. So, hi, Jim from Mexico City. Courage for traveling around the world. I have a son who's 12 and a daughter of 9. I'm encouraging them to finish school and traveling as you. That is so awesome. If anything, like if I could set the school curriculum, one thing I would have schools teach in the world would be more health, like health and nutrition and foods for your body and stuff like that. I don't think that's taught enough in schools. Obviously, like finances and stuff like that, they don't probably teach enough. And I think they should implement world travel as part of the curriculum, like where every child gets to experience living outside of their own country at least a month. And it can't be a country that's similar to their country. It should be a country that's completely different language, different food, different culture, different like structures of how you do things, like everything different. And I think that would be such a great learning experience. And I think it would make the world a better place. So there's my 2 cents. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for supporting our travels, for encouraging us. That's the best thing ever. When we get an encouraging comment from you, it like keeps us going and it's so exciting. And hope you guys share our videos because we're going to be bringing you all around the world. So
very quickly, one last thing you learn when traveling is you just have to go with the flow, and because you just let things happen as they happen. So you just have to be like flexible.
Yes, you can.
Life just always changes and you never know what's going to happen. So just always going with the flow.
Mm-hmm. And things always line up, eh?
Yeah.
Like it just somehow works out.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So that's how I go. So if it's meant to be, we'll be like,
it's meant to be, and destiny's calling. Yeah, Team Beach.
All right, you guys. Have a super weekend if it's still a weekend for you guys.
Not a week ahead.
All the best.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Ciao. Adios.
Adios.
Au revoir. Tschüss.